trouble? All right, cool. You got your ID on you, Chip?
No, I live right here.
Okay, cool.
It's a cigarette.
All right. How's the man?
Did y'all get a call or something about right here?
No, so we're doing checks, keep everybody safe down here, right? Have you heard of the federal surge that Donald Trump's putting out?
No.
Right. You don't follow like
No.
Code 3, anything like that people are putting up? All right, so yeah, Trump's got all federal agencies kind of coming together for 7 days and going out, trying to stop the violent crime, all kind of stuff. So we're out here contacting people, talking to them, right? Quality of life offenses, smoking, drinking in public, right? Can't happen outside, right? Most people know that. Right? So we're contacting people, trying to advise them of the law so they learn, right? And then if there's other stuff going on where it turns into there's multiple agencies or there's a shooting and things like that. So there's extra hands available, right? So we're just out here trying to inform people and educate people. It's not like we're trying to just go grab people and ruin someone's life over a joint or something like that, all right?
I only asked because when you walked up, at the moment you walked up, you only had eggs.
Yeah, well, it smelled like the odor of marijuana, burnt marijuana in the air, right? And you're the only guy that had something lit in your hand, and I didn't flashlight you, so I didn't realize it was just a cigarette. So that's on me. I appreciate you understanding and not getting chippy. All right, so just know, right? Learn, teach, tell your boys, like, yo, everybody's out, from FBI to police. Right? So do your thing. Let them know. Don't be smoking outside. Don't be drinking outside. Because Donald Trump is tired of it. People coming to visit.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know smoking in public?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the rest of the
Because in Maryland, it's recreational use, so I didn't know.
Yeah, so D.C., it's recreational use as well, right? But you can legally possess up to 2 ounces. You can gift an ounce to your boy, right? So if you had 2 ounces and he said he needed a zip, you can give him a zip. But you can't smoke outside. You don't.
Shalom. I like to say our praises due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. My name is Kanawak. And it's going to be in regards to the Homestead Act that Donald Trump has passed in Washington, D.C. And they have the state of Maryland. But Washington D.C., there's a lot of Jakes, right? The southern tribes, right? Judah, mostly, that's living in the ghetto, and basically they're going after Jake. Right now Trump, he's going after the northern tribes, but with this act. Right, he doesn't care if you're a resident. He doesn't care if you live there. If you live in, if you're a American citizen, right? Trump doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care, man. And this is gonna lead to ultimate martial law, and it's not gonna be only Washington D.C. It's gonna be in all the states where Jake is, right? And this is good, right? Because we know that we're approaching the end. So Esau gonna come with great wrath. So Jeremiah 30:7, alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It's even the time of Jacob trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? So this is gonna be martial law. Right? That's where our apostles from 2006, 2007. They're always going into the martial law. They're telling us about movies to look up and to watch, like The Handmaid's Tale, that came out in the early 90s, and then Jake was being rounded up. So we're approaching that time, man. Let me play this quick. Slakia. One moment.
.503 this morning. President Trump has...
Let me play this.
President Trump has deployed hundreds of federal law enforcement to the streets of Washington, D.C., with National Guard members set to join them by the end of the week. The president argues there's a crime emergency, but the city's mayor says crime is decreasing. President Trump is also preparing to sit down with Russia's president in Alaska at the end of the week for what he's calling a feel-out meeting. Bradley Blackburn has more.
For the first time in U.S. history, police in the nation's capital are now under federal control. President Trump says he's also deploying hundreds of National Guard troops to the city this week, claiming there's a spike in violent crime.
We're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back.
But D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser pushed back with data showing crime has dropped 26% since this time last year.
While this action today is unsettling and unprecedented, I can't say that given some of the rhetoric of the past, that we're totally surprised.
White House and congressional sources say the move, which sparked protests, is expected to last 30 days. The president is also threatening to expand his crime crackdown to other U.S. cities. All this comes days before President Trump is set to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska.
I'm going to be telling him, you got to end this war. You got to end it.
The president has called Friday's summit a, quote, feel-out meeting. He says he'll be able to tell in minutes if Putin is serious about reaching...
Yeah, so a lot of things is going on. And Trump, you know, he's been in power for over 6 or 7 months now. And he's doing a lot of things, man. And he's doing a lot of things, man.
As deployed.
This off of CBC News. Trump's DC police takedown could face crucial tests in a month. Right? So, you know, if this continues for a month, he's gonna basically do the same Homestead Act. So the Homestead Act limits federal police takeover to 30 days, right? So basically this whole the National Guard is going to be deployed, the FBI, right? And they're going to go after the tribes, you know, brutally. They're going to do a lot of things, man. And you know, the homeless Jake that's out there, they're gonna bring them to concentration camps or these prisons, you know. So a lot of things is going on. We gotta watch as well as pray, because this is leading to Jacob trouble, man. You know, it's getting real. The U.S. President Donald Trump has repeatedly threatened to put Washington, D.C. under full federal control to reduce crime, even as the city officials stress crime is already falling, right? So you know, they're going after our people. They're going after the southern tribes now, right? You know, the so-called Negro, you know, who's been living in the land, right? Trump doesn't care. He wants to lock up, you know, and basically detain, you know, and so all these guys, all these Jake, you know, who's out there, you know, chilling, drinking, smoking their weed, you know, Trump is gonna go after them hard, man. Right, which is good, right? Because because you're not listening to the prophets. You know, that's why the Lord he's gonna judge you. He's gonna judge you 2/3, man, because you're not hearkening unto the voice of the Lord, man. The Proverbs. Let's get that. Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom cried without; she uttered her voice in the streets. Right. So you have the brothers in Washington D.C. Great Millstone. Right, and they've been out there, you know, for over almost 2 decades, some of them, and they're not listening, to the, like to the prophets. That's why you niggas are gonna be judged. You're gonna go into these concentration camps, and they're gonna do what that Esau doesn't care. That's why I said the devil know that he have but a short time, right? So it doesn't care. He's gonna have no mercy, man. She cried in the chief place of concourse in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long will you simple ones love simplicity and the scorn delight in the scorning and fools say knowledge? Yeah. So, they're not listening to us. They're not listening to the voice of the prophets, who is warning them, to like to repent, come back to your nationality, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you. I'll make known my word unto you. That's why they're gonna come hard, man. The FBI, the National Guard, they're gonna, in your neighborhood, like these different police agencies are gonna come hard, man. I will, because I have called and ye refuse. I've stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. I'll also laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear cometh. Alright, so, Trump, he doesn't give a shit, man. He's gonna go hard on the tribes. That's what he's doing right now, man. And, the Mosai, he put that spirit, that stern spirit on the tribes, which is good, man. Cause you niggas, you 2/3, like you 2/3 that you're not listening to the voice of the Lord. You're not, you don't listen to the prophets. You don't have no fear of the Most High, and Yahushai. When your fear cometh as a desolation and destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, right? Because, when martial law and these the Sarah Mercy is gonna act, right, throughout America, right, anywhere where Jake is, like you're not gonna be able to find us. You're not gonna be able to find us on the internet, because in order to go on YouTube, you're gonna have to have you're gonna have to have your identification, to enter. Let me play this quick slug here.
Donald Trump is vowing to remove the homeless from Washington, D.C., and he's promising to stop violent crime in that city. Today's announcement comes despite recent stats showing violent crime in the city is at actually a 30-year low. Even the city's mayor says there is no spike in crime. Trump announced his plan yesterday on social media.
So all you different drug dealers, you cartel members, who's basically getting drugs and bringing into these inner cities, which is all controlled by the CIA, right? But they're they're gonna come down hard on you 2/3, man. Right, you damn gangbangers, and they're gonna come hard.
Yeah, and just last hour, he delivered the message in person.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back.
CBC's Cameron McIntosh is in Washington, joining me live.
Yeah, so he's gonna take his capital back. So the 2/3, Trump doesn't give a damn, man. They're gonna come hard on the tribes, man. Starting with you, first they're starting with the Northern Kingdom, but now it's going with the South. The tables is turned on the Southern Kingdom, man, with this Homestead Act. And he could deploy this thing across all these urban cities where Drake is. Right, and detain and lock our people up. Right, so we're in that time, man. We're in that time. So with that, let us all praise the due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakakwadash, the one to pass of great millstone, peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.